Smile, breathe, and go slowly. These are the words of Thich Nhat Hanh. So let's take a few minutes here and we'll talk about how this relates to us and how we can incorporate it into our lives for a little bit of de-stress. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Radical Geek YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk a little bit about some mindfulness and meditation to help us manage our stress. As you may have noticed, boy, here we are, November, it's the week before Thanksgiving, holidays are coming up, and you're starting to see an increase in people on social media talking about how stressful it is. Everything is bogging down. The holidays are coming. Work is getting more intense. Commercialism and advertisement is coming at you. The pandemic is forever lingering on. Politics are a massive wave washing over us all. Everything is one on top of the other, on top of the other. And boy, who's already tired just hearing that? I know I am. Shoot, I've been struggling myself, and I know we've seen people talking about their lives being impacted and the excitement building up, as well as just all of the everyday tasks coming into play. Struggle and just riding that struggle bus pretty hardcore right now. And I thought, so this was a good time to talk about how we can help ourselves work through that a little bit, and also stuff that's just generally good for you in a long-term practice. And what that's going to be is about a 10-minute sort of meditation period. And we'll talk about what that means, because a lot of times people think meditation, oh, that's that woo-tastic garbage, that's not for me. But actually it is, and meditation is really beneficial to every person. Doesn't have to be a religious practice. Now, that is where we mostly see meditation as part of religious practices, and so that's been incorporated into a lot of religions and how they utilize it, but that is not how you have to utilize it or put it into practice in your life. So what we're talking about here is meditation in a de-stress kind of mindfulness practice, and the way you do that and why you do that. So we're talking about it from a health point of view, from a mental development aspect, and for a nice impact on your physical health as well. Meditation helps with what I always refer to as the happiness band tour, which is your adrenaline dopamine cycle, the neurotransmitters in your brain. I think I just said that, the happiness band tour, we call it. I found that on a t-shirt once, and it really just it really put it in that box that helped describe it for me. If you'd like to learn more about your neurotransmitters and happiness in general, an author called Sean Anker has put out a whole series of books, and they're really a fascinating read. He came out of Harvard, and I know I often dig on Harvard and their research, but his stuff is actually pretty solid. He's done some good little TED Talks, and his research actually follows all the right circles and checks all the boxes for being good and reliable. So it's not like some of the crap studies that come out and you're like, really? What did they just say? What a bunch of cockamamie nonsense. Now, his stuff is actually pretty good, and it's well renowned. It's been published in multiple journals. It's well recognized by the National Mental Health Institute. So a really good solid source of information. Now, what I'm talking about today is actually a conglomeration of things that I've read up on, things that I've put into practice, and uh, a wide variety of resources coming from various experts, as well as scientific research and journals, and sort of just glumped it all together and geekified it in my head. So we're going to talk about first why we would do meditation. And I'm not talking about getting down there in the nitty gritty on your hands and knees. And I'm talking about 10 minutes out of your day, 2, 3 times a week. That's it. And the purpose for that is, again, to help let go of some of those things that have been piling on. You do this mindfulness so that it does lead into helping boost those neurotransmitters. And when I talk about neurotransmitters, I'm talking about serotonin, which is the neurotransmitter that is part of your mood cycle. Dopamine, which is the neurotransmitter that is your reward or pleasure neurotransmitter. Your endorphins, which is your mood booster and pain reliever, and oxytocin, which is the neurotransmitter that is your emotional connector, or what makes you feel love or care or just to connect with other people on a meaningful basis. So those are where meditation is really going to help boost those and bring those full circles into you. It's not the same thing, although it's related to when you hit like hardcore exercise and you get like that little bit of high because it's really pushing the endorphins and your adrenaline and your neurontin. So it's adjacent, but not the same. And the way we do that is really going to be something very custom to you. And while there are similarities across the board, there are multiple ways to do this. But you often hear people talk about it in terms of, I must clear my mind of all thoughts in order to relax. And then people struggle because they're working so hard to not think that they're thinking extra hard. And it's actually kind of missing the point. You're not trying to clear your mind of thoughts. That might be kind of what we're saying, but it's also really what you're doing is trying to focus into a more relaxed state. That is why you hear in religious when they are putting these in that they do a chant because it does take away your scatteredness. There's no way you can think about 40 tasks when you have shouts of the one thing going over and over and over in your head, and it's circling around and encompassing you. Yeah, that'll do it. But for some people, that's definitely not gonna do it. You can do a mantra if that is something that helps you. Find something that you can say over and over and over again. My personal way is actually I find music that I connect with, and I think that that's actually a really nice way for most people. Almost everyone has that piece of music that they can play, and it just sort of takes them out of time and space, emotional. You close your eyes and you can just hear it, and you can listen to it, even actually put it on. The one that works for you. I'm going to say probably your hardcore Skrillex is probably not going to be the thing that takes you into a state of relaxation, but who am I to say what works for you, right? Mm. For example, I like a lot of really old Tool. That really does pull me out, and it gives me like this little beat in the background, and I just can get into it and relax, and it does let me take away all of my worry because I can really get into that groove. I'm not good with mantras. For me, a mantra doesn't help as much because I can't continually repeat it and not start going off into, oh, and then I've got to clean the kitchen. And if I clean the kitchen, then I've got to scrub the counters, which is going to lead to scrubbing the floor, which is going to lead to cleaning the oven, which is going to lead to making sure that I've cleaned my coffee pots and set up for the next day. And there you go, right back into that stressful circle. You know, because once you get into that, forget it. Your mind is going to wander. Then you're right back in the office going through your list of all of the 9 million tasks you have there and all of the other things, you know. So you have to find what lets you concentrate on that singular thing that is not one of those tasks that is leading to your stress. Again, I lead very much to the music. And for some people, it's not music, but there are a lot of YouTubes that are just some nice audio of white noise, like a rainfall. Rainfall's super nice to relax to. Waterfalls, thunderstorms. I'm not sure why thunderstorms are a really great thing for people, but it is. And I know I like them, but it's not for me for the whole meditation thing. The other really big key component to that 10-minute de-stress is to focus on your breathing. It sounds crazy, but breathing is super important, and it's really simple. You once you get something and you get going and you've kind of gotten into the groove with your music and you can close your eyes and just settle down for a minute, you can focus on your breathing and you just close your eyes. Super important to close your eyes though, because that does reduce the stimulus around you. So you're not taking in all of the things, looking at your whiteboard for work, looking at your notes for work, looking at your keyboard and monitor over here. Close your eyes, take it away, let it go in your mind and focus. And you want to just be taking in that deep breath in. Hold it for a moment. Count to 10 softly, and then let it out. And that's all there is to it. You're going to repeat that. If you get lightheaded, take a moment and then repeat. Take it in, hold it, and blow it out. You'd be surprised at how just doing that a few times really helps mellow you down and takes that excitement out of you and will help center you a bit. The other thing is you want to put yourself in a place where you have less distraction and find yourself a really nice position. Right now I'm sitting in my office chair. It's not the best, but when I did breathe, it did make me bring my posture up. Now, I actually have a fancy pants kneeling bench that I invested in, and that's really nice because it makes you sort of sit back. But if you are not a petite sort of size, or you have extra large muscly legs, the kneeling bench is not going to be the best for you because fitting your legs under there is sometimes uncomfortable, and I haven't found a good one for when you're plus size. So I will keep looking for that, but find a nice set of cushions to sit on. I'd encourage you to sit in more of an office sort of chair type thing, not a relax on your cushions on the couch. Also, laying in your bed sounds nice at first, but then there's the tendency to go to sleep, and we're not looking to do that. You're looking for that 10-minute activation of your neurotransmitters. So something that gives you a good posture, if you can. A lot of people like to sit cross-legged on the floor, something sit back where you got a little support for your back if you've got back issues. But the important part is taking that moment to just let the world around you go. Back to that smile, breathe, and go slowly by Thich Nhat Hanh. It's a good philosophy, and that's what's going to help you. So what I'd like you to do now is go ahead and finish out this YouTube, close it down, and take your 10 minutes if you can. Just do it. Just do it. 10 minutes of that nice, long, slow breathing. Hold it and let it out. That's really all there is to it. Put on some really good music that helps you chill out and relax while you do that breathing, and you've got yourself a nice meditation technique. 10 minutes, 2 to 3 times a week is really going to help you de-stress and let it go, which then gives you more opportunity to deal with all of the rest of the things you've got going on, whether that be your workouts or all of the work or holiday planning, all of those things. See how I just dumped all that stress right back on you? Let's do one more round of breath. Hold it. And let it go. 100% do it. It will help you and it will make you feel good. Some other things that this kind of thing helps with is your cardiovascular health. Who knew? Better than step aerobics. Just kidding. It's probably equal though. Really good at helping aid in digestion because it helps you relax in that area. So all kinds of benefits. All I can say is give it a try. What do you got to lose? 30 minutes over the course of a week where you did something to hopefully help you relax. In the grand scheme of things, not too bad, right? So just dive right in and go for it. And if you have questions or you want more information, because I know this was really short and just really high level, drop them in the comment section. I will make sure that I get back to you. I can deep dive and give you some more resources. I can give you different techniques or different ideas. I can help you find equipment if you don't have a good place, or just generally give you the advice based on my experience and the things that I have read up on. So I hope you have a great day. Don't forget, share the YouTube channel out. Check out radicalgeek.org and click on shop so that you can find some of the fun stuff we've used in our live streams. Click the subscribe if you aren't a subscriber already, and click that little bell icon to remind you when uploads happen. Know that I do put up recorded videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then Sunday night we host our live stream from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we always have a great time with our what I've coined as coffee talk, because most of the time it's a deep dive on a type of coffee or other hot beverage while we go through that and talk about everything surrounding it. Not to say that we won't find other topics to geekify out on. So join us. We have some great conversation. And other than that, I hope you have a lovely day. Do your breathing, do your de-stress. It will all help bring it together, and I look forward to talking to you later. Thanks. Bye.